Do the Democrats ever learn that we're not ready to get rid of coal entirely?
No, here's what's happened with this whole plan is they've for decades talked about the net zero, the Green New Deal, coal-free society. We're going to eliminate all fossil fuels. And people voted for it because there was really no consequence. It was something off in the future. Now it's a real consequence to them now. So when they're talking about getting rid of coal, getting rid of gas, and going all solar and wind, I think they're terrifying voters. But yes, their ideological base, the Democratic Party, truly believes in this zero emission society where we're going to have a solar and wind utopia with no fossil fuels, despite the fact that it takes fossil fuels to make wind and solar. Wind and solar are only about 4% of American energy production. They're going to somehow replace 80% of fossil fuels that are American energy production.
Your facts are irrelevant, Mark. It doesn't fit the agenda.
Especially when it comes to the amount of effort it takes to build these solar panels or wind turbines and the coal and the gas that goes into that. But going back to what started this whole conversation, this farming situation, farmers also use gas and oil. It's very crucial. We've talked to farmers about it, and they say that they need it. But, Mark, can you kind of break down what we're seeing in the Netherlands?
What you're seeing in the Netherlands is literally a preview of what's going to happen globally, because this is coming from not the Netherlands government or Netherlands court decision. This is coming from the United Nations. It's called Agenda 2030. It's the United Nations did a special food and agriculture report 2 years ago, basically calling to make meat eating rare and an expensive treat, and to try to eliminate it, replacing it with bug eating and also with fake meat, lab-grown meat. So what they're doing is Netherlands is the largest exporter of meat in Europe. And this court decision under climate rules, under UN rules, under World Economic Forum, are trying to limit the amount of fertilizer, which is literally going to put small farms under. They're not going to be able to function. What does that mean? Big equity asset firms, people like Bill Gates, who's now the #1 landowner of farmland in America today, followed by China, who's also buying up American farmland. Bill Gates, China, equity asset firms, they'll follow this global agenda. The family-run farms won't. This is why the EU, why the United Nations want to get rid of the small business. And they will, make no mistake, they will bankrupt small farms, and they will start impacting meat eating in Europe, and this is going to force people to get the lab-grown meat, which, by the way, Bill Gates is one of the biggest proponents of and pushers of this lab-grown fake meat.
I can't get behind the concept of lab-grown meat.
No.
That's something that just kind of freaks me out a little.
Yeah, I want a 38-ounce T-bone steak, 7 nights a week.
I mean, you can get that. It's just going to sit inside of a lab first.
No. You know, the irony, too, here. Hold on real quick, Mark. The irony.
World Economic Forum wants you to use a 3D printer. You can print several pounds of meat per minute from your printer. You put in the vegetable processed oils, and it comes out looking like a real steak. So maybe you could try that.
No, McDonald's tried this with a fake burger, a compounded burger that was made in a lab, and it was taken off the menu within a matter of weeks because it was such garbage and nobody bought it. The irony, too, is the statement from the government over there was like, realistically, yes, we're going to have to shut down some farms. I mean, that is people's livelihood. Marc Morano, I wish we could do this all day. Thank you.
Thank you.